Hey guys, my name is Yusuf. In today's video, I will show you exactly what you need as far as the equipment is concerned. Let's assume that you already have a truck and a trailer of some sort, either a 30-foot trailer or bigger, or a 3/4 ton truck or bigger. Let's start with tarp. I have two 30-foot tarps that are 6-foot drops that will cover my entire trailer when I have a full load. I have 10 4x4s. Some shippers do not supply dunnage, so you need to have one. The reason that I bought these is that I was in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and there was a load that required dunnage, and I didn't have one. To get out of that area, I went ahead and went to Home Depot and got me 10 pieces of 4x4. So tarps and dunnage, so that's out of the way. Next thing you need is blankets. I have 12 of these. The reason I use that is that so my tarp will not get ripped. If you don't use blankets and you have sharp objects on your trailer, your tarp will not last any longer. You might even have a week, and then your tarp will get ripped off, and then your tarp will get ripped. So make sure you have blankets as well. I also have a toolbox. I do my oil changes, so I have wrenches and whatnot in my toolbox. I also have a lug nut opener. In case the lug nuts were not loose enough, I go ahead and loosen it with this lug nut loosener, and then I use an impact driver to further open it. I have a broom. You will go to some yards that are gravel and they're not paved. So when the shipper puts stuff on your trailer, you're gonna have some gravel on it. So what you need to do is you're gonna have to sweep those gravels off your trailer so it will not hit the truck behind you. Next thing you need is 4-inch straps and 2-inch straps. I have 10 of the 2-inch straps and 10 of the 4-inch straps. The reason that I have combination of both is that it's just too much of space. If you have 10 4-inch straps, then it takes a lot of space in your truck. So what I do is that in case I have a lot of partials and I need extra straps, I go ahead and use the 2-inch straps. Otherwise, I rely on the 4-inch straps. Next thing, you will need edge protectors. To protect your straps, you need these, because sometimes you have very sharp objects. You can either use carpet or you can use these. I rather use these when the object is perfectly square. I use these, but otherwise, if the object is not perfectly square, then I use the blankets to protect my straps. Next thing you need is this tool right here. The reason I have it is that I use it to extend the lever arm on my lug nut opener, so I can open my lug nuts very easily. Because sometimes it gets too tight and then it's hard to open it. Okay, next thing is chains and binders. I have 8 chains, 8 binders. You could probably get away with 4, but I rather have 8 just to be in case, because sometimes you may pick up a couple of bobcats or generators that require extra securement, and chains are the best to secure those. Okay. In some cases, you need to strap and unstrap and tarp in a rainy day, and to protect yourself, I have a poncho. I put that on myself so I don't get wet. Next up is one safety vest. You need to have one. Probably 90% of the shippers and receivers require you to at least wear one at their property, so having one handy will serve you the best. I also did not include my hard hat. You need to have a hard hat. Maybe 20% of the shippers and receivers require hard hat, and to have one is a must. I purchased these car hauler straps, but I never got to use it. So it's up to you whether you wanna haul cars or not. I never hauled cars, so I never got to use any of these. Okay. Bungees. To secure your tarp, you need to have bungees. I have 100 of these. You can buy 2 packs of 50 and and 100 will be enough for you. Because sometimes what happens is that it breaks, and then having a little more than what you need it's a good idea. Okay, I have an impact driver. You're gonna have a lot of blowouts and you're gonna have a lot of flats. So having an impact driver will save your time and save you money. Okay, since you have a lot of blowouts and a lot of flats, you definitely have to have a good jack. In my case, I just have the generic ones that Ford have it, and it serves me well. You might want to buy a bigger one so you can jack it very easily and very fast. But I did not want to spend any money, so I just used what Ford has provided me. You're gonna touch a lot of dirty things and a lot of unsafe things, so to protect your hands you need a set of gloves. I do my oil changes myself, so I have a funnel as well as a drain container to do my oil changes and save myself some money. Okay, let's go to the other side. I think I'm almost done. A fire extinguisher. Not only you need this, it's a requirement from FMCSA that you have one in your truck at all times. Sometimes you get to haul partials, and to know how much space you have on your trailer and not be wrong about it, you need to measure it, and the one way to measure it is to have a tape measure to accurately measure and know how much space you have on your trailer. Next up is a hammer. You can have a rubber hammer if you like, those are better, but in my case I had one of these at home, so I just went ahead and put it in the truck to check my tire and make sure that I don't have any flats. Okay, you're gonna have a lot of flats. You gotta go to yards that have a lot of screws and nuts and whatnot, and you gotta have a lot of flats. To save yourself money and time, these plugs and the kit that you buy it from AutoZone will save you a lot of time and a lot of headaches, because sometimes you have a flat and you take it to a tire shop, they say that they cannot do it until 3 hours later, and you don't want to wait there just to have your flat fixed. What you can do is go ahead and plug it. What you can do is go ahead and take the tire off, put your spare on and plug it, and when you get to a truck stop, you can go ahead and put air in it and then put it back in your spare rack. So these are lifesavers. I have already had four flats and they came in handy. Next up, you need a pressure gauge. You want to buy the ones that are actually long. These are 18-inch long. You want to buy these so you can check your tire pressure every morning, just to make sure that you're at the correct level. If you buy the smaller ones, it's very hard to get to the inner tire, so that would be just a waste of time, a waste of money. Next up, a steel toe boot. Probably 10% of the shippers and receivers require a steel toe boot. If you don't have it, they probably will not load you or unload you. To have one handy in your truck is a good idea. You don't have to wear it at all times, you just have to wear it when you are getting loaded or unloaded. Chains, I think I have already mentioned it. I have 8 of these chains. I think they are 3/4 inch and 20 feet long. They are serving me very well, so you need to have these as well. Okay. Sometimes you break down on the side of the highway, or you have a flat on the side of the highway. You need to have triangles. Not only this is a need, this is a FMCSA requirement to have it, so you would protect yourself and protect the other civilians out on the road. One thing I forgot to mention, you might break down in the night, or you might need to do your pre-trip early in the morning or do something that in the dark. For that, you need to have a good flashlight. I have the one that I bought from Lowe's for 20 bucks. It serves you very well. Also, as far as the personal protection equipment is concerned, you need to have safety glasses. So, in my case, I have sunglasses. Why not look cool and safe at the same time? You know, these were necessities. I have a couple of items that I use it as a luxury. So sometimes you get to a place and you're doing your reset and you don't want to be in the truck all day. What I do I find a good spot that is in shade if it's the summertime, and I have a chair, so I just put my chair outside and have fun. Also, I have a small table that I use. I do my paperwork and I do my editing and whatnot, or watch videos or watch movies on the table, so I don't have to be stuck in the truck and idle all the time. I can sit underneath a tree and just have me a good time. Why hate your life if you can enjoy it, you know? Okay guys, this will include exactly what I have. This is not the exact quantity that I have on my truck. What I did, I just put a couple of each just to show you what I have. But in the future videos, I will make a video how to use these equipment that I have and how much they cost, each of them. So that will give you an idea about the price and about the usage of the equipment in the hotshot industry. That will include it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If I missed anything, if you have more equipment in your truck that I don't have and you think that is going to be useful for myself, please let me know. I'd love to have useful equipment on my truck. Until later, see you guys. يلا
يلا يا رجعت من الدروس أفريج أحد بخو